Page, and I'm the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester Youth of the Year. I want to welcome you all to the 2020 Foundation of Friends celebration. I wish I could be at a table eating a classic Boys and Girls Club breakfast, but like always, we adapt and overcome obstacles. Now, while I can't enjoy a bowl of cereal with you, I want to express my gratitude and appreciation for your continued support of the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester.
Welcome to the breakfast.
Welcome to the Foundation of Friends Breakfast. Thank you for supporting the Boys and Girls Club.
Good morning, and welcome to our 18th annual Foundation of Friends Breakfast. We've gone virtual. We're really excited to spend the day with you for our annual day of giving for the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester. To start our program, I'd like to introduce Mayor Joyce Craig and Congressman Chris Pappas. Enjoy.
Good morning. I hope that you're all doing well. I'm so sorry we can't be together this morning to celebrate the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester, but because of COVID-19, we're all doing things differently. And I know that everyone at the Boys and Girls Club is doing whatever it takes to make sure that our kids in the city of Manchester are receiving the help that they need, whether it's providing meals, homework help, or emergency childcare services. I am so grateful for all that you're doing, and just know that the city of Manchester is behind you all the way. Have a great day.
Good morning, and thank you for joining this virtual Foundation of Friends breakfast to support the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester. We all know the life-changing programs the club has been offering kids in Manchester for more than a century, and I want to thank you all for knowing a smart investment when you see it. Our community is stronger, and our kids and families are better off because of your support for the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester. As we face an unprecedented health and economic crisis here and across the country, your support is needed now more than ever. Throughout this pandemic, we have seen our community coming together and rising to the occasion. The Boys and Girls Club of Manchester is no different. The club continues to find new ways to support our kids and our families as we adapt to the challenges of the COVID-19 crisis. Whether it's providing meals for those who are struggling, additional educational support for our kids who are now learning from home, or emergency childcare for our essential workers, the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester continues to be there. Thank you to Diane Fitzpatrick, the staff, board, and entire club family for being there for our community. Thanks again for joining us this morning and for allowing this critical work to go forward through uncertain times. Thank you so much, and please stay safe.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lisa Thorne, the president of the board of directors of the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester, and welcome to our 18th annual Foundation of Friends celebration today. I'd like to thank our board members who are in attendance today. I'd like to thank our trustees. In particular, I'd like to thank our sponsors who have hung in there with us, particularly in this new year, this new Foundation of Friends breakfast and our new style. Thank you for doing that. I especially like to thank our staff for all that you've done these last several weeks to ensure that our programming to our kids is still top notch. You're still supporting them, you're still serving them, and you're still, even now, looking ahead to the future about when we can open up 555 Union Street again fully and when we can open up Camp Foster. So thank you for hanging in there. The board has your back. And I in particular want to extend our big thank you to our social captains this year. They're not our table captains that you typically be sitting with this morning, but they are the ones that reached out to you and encouraged you to participate with us. So thank you all. Thank you all for being here today. On behalf of the board of directors, we all want you to know that we are going to continue to do whatever it takes to make this club viable financially and otherwise. But more than viable, thriving for our kids who deserve it, thriving for our staff so they can soar and expand our programming, our resources, thriving so we can help lift the Greater Manchester community, as we did just recently on May 18th when we opened up for emergency childcare, so we could give assurances to the first responders and those on the front lines so they don't have to worry about what's happening with their children. Typically at this point in the morning, we would be welcoming in our kids, and you've already seen that from our STEM director. But what I would ask you to do is to remember what it feels like on the times that you've been at our breakfast in the past, when you walk out of the parking garage and you walk into the hotel and you're immediately hit with the energy and the vitality of our kids. Now, they get up really, really early because they have to get to the club, get on the bus, and get to the hotel before any of you show up. And remember what it feels like when they high-five you and they shake your hand, but mostly they look in your eyes and they welcome you to their celebration of their club. A little bit later on, when it is officially time to welcome them in, some of them storm in, some of them march in, some of them walk in, and some of them very shyly walk up and take a seat at your table. Those are your first mates. And I would ask you this morning, as you're sitting and you're watching and you're participating with us, to remember your first mates, because they are the reason that we are all here. And they are the most important part of this day. So thank you all for coming. I'm asking on behalf of the board, the staff, and all involved for your support as well, so that we can continue to make this club financially viable, thriving, and a resource to our community. Thank you.
It was a Tuesday afternoon in Kids Club, not too long ago. It was busy and full of beautiful chaos. Then we heard a crash. Miles had thrown a chair across the room. Stephanie, our family resource specialist, could see how angry the 6-year-old was. And he knew he had done something wrong, and he instantly ran and hid under the table. Unfortunately, behavior like this is not unusual. Many of our kids struggle with their emotions and display escalating behavior when they're triggered. If this situation had happened a year ago, we would have had to call the parent and suspend the child. But we knew that was not the answer, and it wouldn't allow us to get to the root of the problem. We're always looking for new ways to be responsive to the needs of our kids, so we knew we had to do something differently. Stephanie crawled underneath the table where Miles was curled up and his head was down. "Do you want to check out a cool new place with me?" she asked. Miles lifted his head and nodded. Stephanie guided him out from underneath the table and walked him to the new cool space. When Miles walked in, he immediately spotted the cocoon swing and asked if he could jump in it. And Stephanie said yes. The swing hugged him as he swung back and forth, back and forth. After a few minutes, he poked his head out. "Stephanie, I'm ready to talk." The space that Stephanie took Miles to is our Zen Den. And with the guidance from Elliott Hospital and Amoskeag Health, this innovative, safe space was developed to help meet our kids where they are and give them the support they need. It's also a great example of the 3 strands at the core of the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester's DNA: responsiveness, innovation, and collaboration. That day, Miles needed us to be responsive to his needs, to understand, to give him tools to cope. And thanks to our partners, we were able to meet his needs, as well as the needs of other kids who have spent meaningful time in our Zen Den. Responsiveness, innovation, collaboration is what helped us get through the physical distancing. And this DNA will see us through the end of this pandemic. Today, we are working differently. We are providing remote classroom help, grab-and-go meals, virtual programming, and emergency childcare. We are incredibly grateful for the foundations, individual donors, corporations, and organizations who've reached out to support our kids over the last few months. The spirit of this community continues to lift our club, and it's this community spirit that strengthens our DNA. For over 112 years, our mission has been to serve our kids in this community. I am thankful for the support of the Manchester community as we continue to navigate this new terrain. Despite the changes over the last few months, the club continues to be responsive, innovative, and collaborative. It is who we are. And I am proud of how nimble our staff have been to evolve our programs to meet the needs of our kids during these uncertain times. Our lives will eventually get back to normal. But for so many of our kids, normal just isn't good enough. And because of this, the Boys and Girls Club of Manchester will become more important than ever. Today, we need your support. No one knows what lies ahead, but we do know without your assistance, we can't serve our kids. A gift today will help strengthen our DNA so we can continue to be responsive, innovative, and collaborative no matter what comes our way now and for the years to come. Now I'd like to introduce you to someone who's overcome challenges and has become part of the club family. Rose, or as she's known around the club, Mima.
Raising grandchildren is kind of special. Jacob and Sonny Barrasso, twin boys, they're 8. They were 3 when I became their guardian. Their father deceased, and my daughter had some problems. And today's society, the grandparents are bringing up their kids. It's very challenging. You know, when you get tired, and the Boys and Girls Club, I never have to worry. I never have to worry where they're at. The staff here have not only education, but they have hearts. And they're not afraid to show it. We really got personal with them. The children have got personal with them. They're involved in their lives, so that's very important to me.
Yeah. Well, Mima will be here to support them, so that's why.
We're a team here with my grandchildren and them, you know, and if they're not being nice, they come to me with that. If they're being good, like Jacob went into performing arts, we never thought Jacob would ever think of performing arts, and he's outstanding. They're discovering things about them, and they let me know so that I can open up more doors.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll put that on the calendar.
They take care of every kid that's in this building, which is nice, and that makes me feel better. There's children that have and children that don't have. And like at Christmas time or Thanksgiving, the staff makes sure that everybody has a Christmas gift and Thanksgiving on their tables. And the kids don't know. They're not told. It's very discreet. Getting financial aid through the Boys and Girls Club has allowed my grandchildren to go to summer camp. Being a single grandparent, it's just not there. And the staff makes sure that you know about it, which is wonderful. And then some days I'll come in, you know, I've shot pool, I've eaten in the lunchroom, I've chatted in the hallways.
Who's your fan club, Mima? It's your fan club.
Yay, Mima.
And even the other children now, they all know me, you know, because I've been here just this year in the big club. And they'll say, hi, Mima, you know, and I'll say, tie your shoe, you know, so it's great.
Deal.
If this wasn't here, I think I'd be lost. I really would be lost. And I just can't thank them enough for all they do.
Hi, my name is Paige. I started going to the Boys and Girls Club in the summer of 6th grade, and I love it. When I first started, I was super shy, but going to the club throughout the years, I've grown more and more out of my shell. I love the people I meet here, learning about their different experiences and backgrounds. I want to thank you all for being here with us today and supporting our club.
the Boys and Girls Club has been instrumental in helping us define the future we all want to see for our kids. And to have them at tables with the school district, for example, or other tables with other community partners, and then looking at how can we leverage the best of what we all do together as a unified front is a game changer.
Boys and Girls Club took the initiative to say, let's give mental health counseling right on site a shot without cost. There's not co-pays for families.
She had a little bit of a breakdown on Friday coming here off the bus.
Yeah, she was revealing that mom and dad used to live together. Mom and dad no longer live together. She mentioned something about mom and possibly drugs.
This is a place where kids can be themselves, and to have them access mental health counseling in a place where they already feel open, safe, and comfortable, it just makes so much sense.
Someone's been going in my locker, dumping out my stuff. It's making me angry, but I don't show my anger.
Why not?
Because if you show your anger is gonna pop out and it's not gonna make people want to be your friends.
So as a partner agency, it's been a joy to come in and collaborate with Boys and Girls Club. They're willing to be innovative, creative, and try new things to support their youth. I don't know many other programs that have both the fun, the activities that you can engage in and get your energy out, and a space where you can learn how to regulate. The Zen Den is really unique in that way.
One of the biggest signs of growth I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Where last year you'd be throwing hands, and this year you're coming to us before that even happens. So.
Yeah. You put them in this nourishing world, and it is amazing to watch them blossom and grow and how quickly their resiliency can be built.
If you want to tell me one thing you're grateful for.
My name's Amina, and I'm grateful for family and friends.
They want to be successful in school, but that might be challenging. But they're looking for strategies to improve that.
So inhale. So your head all the way up to the ceiling. Think about it lengthening.
A lot of kids are on a really great path and want to stay on that and are looking for some support in how to meet their goals. There's some really ambitious kids here.
I know what I'm gonna be, I know who I'm gonna be, and I know how I'm gonna get there.
Every single person I've ever interacted with here serves as a champion for a child. And that's the essence of what I hope every child receives in the city of Manchester.
They really believe in these youth. They want to help them succeed, not just as children and adolescents, but set them up for success into adulthood.
I fall, and then I get back in, right? Just like life.
If we could just set a goal where every kid in the city has a club, I know for a fact that that will completely change their life status over the long haul, their life expectancy, and I think it'll make a healthier community overall.
Hello, my name is Takaya, and I've been a club member for the past 10 years and a staff member for almost 1 year. I am a creative singer-songwriter, and I love to make music whenever I can. I am so excited for you to hear my newest song, Testing Limits, all about persevering and being the best you can be in anything you do.
There has been so much change for us, finding new jobs and ambitions. If we keep on pushing on, we can achieve anything in our path. I'm gonna test my limits to prove I'm not gonna just sit still. I'm gonna show my skills and work hard because I know I got the will. I'm gonna test my limits to show there's so much for me to gain. I'm gonna show my skills and work hard. Society can't keep me contained.
I'm part of the Boys and Girls Club family. And it's an amazing feeling because for the people that feel like they don't have a supportive family outside of the club, they know here, I have my Boys and Girls Club family. I've been through so many situations that most adults haven't even gone through. I was just broken, and it's sad to say, like, when you're that young that, like, you're in that mindset that you want to die. Because even as dramatic as that sounds, like, I wanted to die. Because I felt like it was just too much. I came here. I did everything to keep me busy so I didn't think about anything, and I wasn't, in a way, properly, I think, healing. I just wanted to forget about everything that was going on, so I wanted to do all these things to forget.
So we have some newcomers.
I came in one day and I just broke down and I cried, and well, one of the staffs here, Shirley, she's kind of like my mom, kind of, so she's like my club mom. I talked to her about a lot of things, about a lot of things I've been through, and she was the one to tell me that it's okay to cry every once in a while. It's okay to feel, like, it's okay to feel, because I didn't want to feel, because I felt if I felt what I was going through, or I felt sad, I was gonna stay there.
Yeah, that's a big old smile.
Growing up, I didn't really have anyone to guide me in certain directions, so like the club guided me in the right direction to become the young woman I am today. Even like the small things, like helping me with homework or like giving me advice, social advice and life advice to like know how to handle things properly. They want to be a part of your life and they want to see you grow and flourish into the most beautiful person you can be. It makes a big impact like on you, how you feel about yourself and about what you're gonna do with all that you have. Today, I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm smart, I'm a leader, and I'm beautiful. And I am who I am today because of the Boys and Girls Club, and the Boys and Girls Club has made me, me.
Wasn't Alex amazing? It's stories like these that make us excited to come to work every day, knowing that the relationships we build and the programs we offer positively impact our kids, their families, and our community. Our videos today remind us of how critical our work is and how grateful we are for all of you. Thank you for your support today. If you're interested in becoming one of our cherished Champion for Kids Society members or would like to make a multi-year pledge or a monthly pledge, visit our website, begreatmanchester.org, and download the pledge form. Your gift will make a difference. Today, we ask and encourage you to share your kindness with your friends and your families in hopes they'll join you in support of our Day of Giving. Thank you again to all our sponsors. Thank you to all of you for sharing the morning with us. We look forward to enjoying a bowl of cold cereal with you and our kids next year. Stay safe and be well.
See you next year!